Hey, broads, it's your girl, Queen ShanShan, on a broadcast podcast, and I am back with new tea. But this tea tastes a little different. I was asked by many of you to talk about what is going on in our new world, the COVID-19 world, and how many people are experiencing this new way of life. We will be interviewing all sorts of people on this podcast and practicing our social distancing while I call on them and have some really in depth conversations. From mothers to fathers, from teachers to doctors, nurses to businessmen and women all alike. What is their take on how they're living in the coronavirus era? So sit back and relax, and thank you for listening to Abroad. Hey broads, this is your girl Queen ShanShan, and do I have a doozy for you. With our virtual social distancing, we have come across many different audience members and listeners, and I am so honored to have as a guest today a really special one. I've known him for 10 years. He's a very old friend of mine. He's very sweet, highly educated, comes from far travels, and he has many opinions on what's going on in our COVID-19 world. And I think you're really going to appreciate what he has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, broads of all terms in the world, may I introduce you to Mason Alexander Litt. Woo! And by the way, he's only 10 years old. Hi, Mason.
Hola. Hola.
How are you?
Good.
You doing good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Hello. This is Queen ShanShan, your Auntie ShanShan. Now, how long have I known you, right? I've known you for 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since the day you were born.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on with you, man? You're my best friend's son, Heather's son.
Yep.
And she's spoken about you very, very nicely because she loves you. She thinks you're the star of the world. And you are her apple of her eye. And I wanted to get you on the show because I think kids have a say into what's going on in this new world, the coronavirus world, the COVID-19 world. And I wanted to get your take on it. So, Mr. Litt, how are you doing during the coronavirus?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm not struggling, I wouldn't say, because I'm very fortunate. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but we'll get over it eventually.
What do your friends think the COVID-19 is all about? What do you think the COVID-19 is all about?
Well, in China, I think like the China's celebration, I forgot what it's called, but like where they hold the dragon and walk, they was selling like an animal that had this toxic virus on them, and a guy touched it, or someone touched it, and it was a bad virus that spread it across the whole universe.
Whole world.
Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, world.
We're not in the universe. Well, we're in
the
the
aliens
universe.
got the aliens.
The aliens don't have it yet, thank God. If the aliens came down here and got coronavirus, they'd be really mad at us.
Yes.
So that's how you figure how the COVID-19 or this coronavirus started was in China, and it was from a bat, you believe, or an animal.
Or an animal, yeah.
An animal, and then you think that's how the world caught this virus by that.
Yeah.
And is that pretty much the consensus with your friends too in school?
Maybe.
What have your other friends have said about it?
I don't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just doing fine. I mean,
do your friends like literally when you go on your video games and you're watching TikTok or whatever? We'll talk about that in a minute because that's a huge phenomenon. But like when you play your video games with your friends, do Do you ever talk about like in-depth stuff? Or you just like, oh, I'm going to kill you. I gotcha. Or, I'm going to get this bad guy. Like, do you guys ever have like any in-depth conversations while you're playing video games?
Okay, I don't know what in depth means, but
Sometimes you surprise me, Mason, because I will talk to you and use some big words, and you totally understand those big words.
Well, the last question I didn't even understand that word, so I was confused. That's why I couldn't answer it correctly. But yeah, I mean, it depends on the game. I guess.
Really? And you'll have deep conversations, like serious. When I say deep, like serious conversations with your friends on when you play video games. Do you guys talk about your family? Do you talk about the news? Do you talk about violence? Do you talk about, I don't know, oh, I heard so-and-so got in a fight.
Not often, but like, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Not
so
often.
when you're playing your video games, have you been talking about COVID-19 and how it's affecting them, or what does it make them mad that we're staying home?
A little bit.
Hey,
maybe.
That brings up a question I wanted to ask you.
What?
What does shelter in place or safer at home mean to you right now?
Can you repeat that, please? Sorry, I can't.
What does the term shelter in place or safer at home mean to you?
Quarantine.
What does quarantine mean to you?
Stay at home. Stay at home.
It does, but what does that mean? Does that mean to you as a kid looking out in the world, you're 10 years old, I can't play with my friends, I can't go to the parks, I can't play my sports, because you love to play sports. You love to play football, you play baseball, you love basketball, you love soccer. Like when you found the news that, your mom and dad told you, you know what, Mason, because we have to be safer at home, we can't do the fun things we used to. Did it make you bummed out? Did it make you sad?
Yeah. I like going to Dave & Buster's and all of those stuff.
I know you do.
Those are fun.
I know you like to play the video games and you like to win the prizes and stuff. But when they said you couldn't play your sports, were you bummed out?
Well, actually, I was bummed out at the time, but my coach next year for I always grab my fingers for fall ball. Mm-hmm. I think we're gonna have the same coach and the same team.
Fall ball, is that for football or soccer ball?
Soccer.
Or what?
Soccer.
Yeah, soccer.
No, baseball.
Baseball.
Baseball. Yeah.
So hopefully the season will start in around October, November for you.
August.
That's considered fall ball.
Maybe.
August.
No. Maybe winter ball. Wait.
Well, I hope you guys get to play because I know you're missing your sports, dude. We're missing watching sports. Do you miss watching sports right now? Because right now, this would have been baseball season. Do you miss watching baseball?
I didn't really watch baseball.
Yeah, me either. I will be missing football, though.
I mean, I've gone to games for, like, Padres and stuff like that, but otherwise, no.
Yeah. Did you like watching sports on TV?
Football's exciting, especially when you put in bets and gamble, but, like...
First of all, we're telling the audience that a 10-year-old's been playing gambling bets. Who are you gambling?
Well, not really.
Do not make the gambling association call me, and then I have to call your mom, and then we got to put you in jail and all this other stuff.
No, it's not like that. It's just you place bets to get money.
Yes.
And I'm referring to that.
But
it's not.
But you're not gambling,
it's the
right?
Game, it's the game. Well, I bet money, but it's the game where you put boxes all on the square.
Oh,
then,
like the
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit?
Yeah, whatever. You know it.
I know what you're talking about, and I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we play the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And there's the
Yeah.
What is it called?
I don't know.
What? I'm drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, me too. That's why.
Yeah, but Super Bowl, we have the $2 or $5 slots, and then everyone gets it, and whoever plays a certain, I get it. Mean. Sorry, guys, it's been so long, I can't remember last time I watched a football game, I can't remember what it's called, but y'all get it. Anyways, I wanted to ask you, since the situation has changed, you guys are watching a lot of news, and you said you watched Lester Holt with your mom and Corey, right?
Yep.
Do you like Lester Holt?
He just says, like, I like him, but he says the same things over and over and over and over again.
What does he say?
Like, tonight's the deadliest night of the whole universe.
What does he say?
And he stopped saying breaking news. Like, who does that? It's news.
Honey, Every day is breaking news during this COVID-19 craziness. Every minute is breaking news. I'm so sick of hearing breaking news. Mm-hmm. Everything's breaking news. I'm over it. So you're over it too, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
What has your mom or your dad or Corey, how have they explained the situation to you?
I don't know.
You don't know? Like, do they just sit you down and say, this is what's going on in the world and what are your feelings about it?
Mm-mm.
No, they just basically said we're staying home and this is it, huh?
Yep, they said we have a paper towel shortage, a toilet paper shortage, and even though we have like 17 packages of toilet paper,
Yes.
still everything's toilet paper. Toilet paper. Why toilet paper?
Why toilet paper? I've asked the same thing.
Out of toothbrushes, toothpaste, everything, toilet paper. Like there's less toilet paper than hand sanitizer.
Of course, and the hand sanitizer is still scarce.
You could just make your own hand sanitizer with aloe.
Aloe?
Aloe and
alcohol,
and you can make your own hand sanitizer.
Well, maybe you can tell us a recipe on that and tell people how to make their own homemade hand sanitizer. That's a good idea.
Yep, just aloe and hand sanitizer.
Aloe vera and alcohol?
Yep, aloe gel and alcohol.
Look at you.
A makeup remover would do.
How do you know that?
Because I've done it.
You've made your own homemade sanitizer?
I have two bottles, yeah.
You made your... Good for you. Well, after the end of this...
But don't put food coloring in it because it stains your hands.
That's right.
I ruined mine.
You ruined yours because you put food coloring in it to make it pretty?
Oh, and you can also add scent to it.
What kind of scent?
I added scent. Like, I added lavender and something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I added two, and I added too much, and it made it, like, all messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So, on second thought...
Don't put perfume in sanitizer.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So no perfume, no color.
Well,
no
you
color
could put scents. You could put scents, just not too much.
But not too much. All right. So my next segment I wanted to ask you is everybody who has children, who are kids. I don't have any kids, so it hasn't really affected me, but I can really honestly feel for the parents who've become instant teachers. Your mom and Corey has become instant school teachers. You're now going to school at home. You're now being homeschooled. Schools, colleges, universities, tech schools are now closed until possibly the next school year, which could be August or September. And that's still questionable. So the country is mandated now to have education be taught at home. What has been your experience since you're now being taught at home? You're now being homeschooled. How's that going for you?
Good. My friend comes over, so that's fun.
So that helps you guys study together?
Yeah.
And it helps you guys focus?
What's hard is the teacher adds more work.
Okay.
Because you're not getting as much effective work. And it adds more work, which makes it even harder for us because like we have to do work. It's still hard. It's just not as effective.
What do you mean it's not effective?
Like the teacher's not there to explain it to us, which means we can't learn as good. So she adds extra work to us. So it's just
you can't.
It's hard.
You don't understand one topic, and then she puts
good.
more work.
She puts a lot of work, and it's really hard work. But she's not explaining it, which makes it not as effective.
And then, so I forgot to ask you, what grade are you in?
4th grade.
So the audience, Mason's in 4th grade. And so one of the challenges, as you just explained, is that when the teacher gives you like a history lesson to learn, you may not understand the whole history lesson, and then she bogs you down with an extra lesson on top of that lesson, and you don't understand the first lesson. So is that when you go to Heather?
Well, that's with some kids. I've focused really well in class, so I know what to do, but it's still like struggles.
So when it happens when you go to your mom or Corey and say, I don't understand the subject. What is your favorite subject?
Lunch.
Besides lunch, what is your other favorite subject?
PE.
Besides PE, what is your other favorite subject?
Recess.
Besides PE, lunch, and recess, what is your other favorite subject?
Fine. Math and art.
Right on. Okay. So I'm horrible at math. I've always been horrible at math. So if I had a math,
Go, give me one.
I don't know, dude.
Go, give me any math problem. Go.
Give you any math problem?
Yep.
What is 100? Do you know your multiples yet?
Yeah.
All your multiples?
Yep.
Okay, what is 100 times 64?
Okay, that's 640,000. 64,000. Wait, no. Hold on. Let me do it. 1, 2, 3. 64 times 1, 3. That's 64,000.
Okay.
You really calculating it?
I want to make
that
sure.
Bad?
I'm horrible. 6400.
I said that first.
You said 64,000.
And then I said 6.
No, I think you said 64,000. 64,000. All right, I'm going to ask you another question. You know your division?
Yeah.
What is 1,200 divided by 12?
Okay, 12 times what equals 100?
There you go. Look at you.
Yes.
So I was horrible at math, but I always excelled in grammar, history, spelling, language arts, art, anything elective, PE as well. Do you find that when you have problems, can you go to Heather or Corey and say, can you help me with this project or help me with this thing? Is it helpful? And do they have to go talk to your teacher to help you?
Well, my mom is always on calls because she's the CEO of her work.
Mm-hmm.
And she's always on calls, so it's hard to ask her. But I always have my friend by my side that I could ask.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then Corey, he's also always on calls, but sometimes I could ask him.
Mm-hmm.
He's also out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's like going out, doing all the stuff with the boat and doing all the stuff. So yeah.
He's creating projects for himself too.
And he's going to work with his we're getting a car fixed, so he's doing a lot of stuff out. So most likely on Mondays my friend doesn't come over.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have to just do math, do everything. Monday is just a place to relax and warm up for school, and then Tuesday is where it starts.
It gets really serious.
Yeah.
Tuesday through Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mason, I wanted to ask you, with my job, we are now virtual. I do insurance, and so now I see my clients virtually. I see my managers virtually. We have meetings like your mom every day, 3 or 4 times. I'm over the Zoom. Do you get to do Zoom calls with your teachers and your students?
I used to do Zoom, but now I do Google Meets because it's more safe.
Yes.
But yeah.
Do you like doing that? Just to see your teacher and saying hi and then seeing your
Yeah.
friends?
Yeah, that's fun.
Do most of the kids log on and say hi, and do they participate in the Google?
It's kind of sad because only maybe 16, sometimes 21, but 21's probably our highest.
Uh-huh.
And we have 27 people in our class.
Oh, so not all the kids report to
Not
school
all the
like they're
kids
supposed
report because they have no internet yeah.
Some of the kids don't have internet. They may have a device,
Mm-hmm.
like a computer or an Apple or iPad or some kind of device to do their homework, but they may not have the internet to
And
chime
some
in.
kids don't even do their homework.
Some kids don't even do their homework?
No, they just sit around all day.
That's not good.
Yeah, it isn't. But they're pushing everybody through, and everybody goes through, and then, yeah.
So they're going to go to 5th grade no matter what?
No matter what, but then they're going to struggle in life and get held back. And
You think it's going to be a huge reflective result, like when they get older? Do you think they're going to struggle in their 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade?
I mean, they're probably going to get, it depends on the parents. They might hold them back. If they're good parents, they might hold them back and make them redo 5th grade. Or if they're not, then they'll just, yeah.
Well, we'll definitely look to see if that happens.
Yeah.
What do you think your grades are going to be?
Definitely a fail in PE. Cause
What? You just said you like sports. Why are you gonna get a fail in PE?
I'm just messing around. But I've gotten 2 satisfactories. No, not satisfactory. Unsatisfactories. No, what's the worst? Oh yeah, N.
What does N mean?
My grades are different. So like E's excellent. Then it's satisfaction. Then it's unsatisfaction, and then it's needs improvement. I got needs improvement on PE twice.
Ooh.
My whole school year.
Your whole school year?
Not
and
this,
you like sports.
Not this school
crazy.
year, but my whole like life in school. I've gotten 2 N's.
Uh-oh.
I got 2 E's too. So I'll probably get like an E in PE. I'm good at art, so I'll probably get like an E.
What about history, math, and science?
We don't really do history, but we do like English.
Social studies?
Well, my report card is going to be kind of different since it's like, so it's just going to be like participating and how much you participated and how good you did in your English language arts and stuff like that.
Cool. Well, I hope you get an E in all of them.
I'll try.
I hope you do. So, I want to ask you a question. Let's say you were a parent and you're going through this right now. Let's say you're like your mom, right? Mason's in his 30s. He's got 2 rugrats running around.
Hold up. Wait a minute. You got to give me a girl name then. Because I
gotta give you a... No!
I can't,
okay.
I can't be my mom without having a girl name.
No, you're Mason.
Then I'm
Mason
a dad.
the father. You're Mason the father.
Okay, there you go. That's better.
And you have 2 rugrats your age. You have
Yes.
a 10-year-old, you got an 8-year-old.
Okay.
And you're married to... Like, what would your wife's name be?
I don't know.
Sally O'Malley?
Sure, Sally, go. Sally sells seashells because she wants seashells.
If you were a parent right now, Mason, what would you tell your children right now about how to cope with the new COVID-19 world?
I don't know. Use all, I really don't know.
You don't know what you would say to your kids?
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't that interesting? That's about growth.
I'd probably ask Sally to tell something.
But you're the father. It's a shared responsibility. Both of you are married, and you share the responsibility of raising your children. So you have to have some part of it too. What would you tell your kids how to cope with it? You know, would you say, don't be afraid. We love you. We're always going to be here for you. We're going to get through this together. Like, what kind of sage advice would you give your kids?
How are you guys feeling about this? And if they feel bad, I'll probably, like, give them some support. Mm-hmm. If they don't feel bad, I'll be like, okay. Okay.
Let's move forward?
Yep.
Okay. Do you think of the future? And if you do, what do you think? How do you think the future is going to be there for you now?
Well, the coronavirus is definitely going to impact our lives in some way because everybody's going to be like, I think our future is going to be fine, but like, it's just unpredictable where the coronavirus is going to go.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A YouTuber? I don't know. I don't know.
A real job, Mason.
I will see where my life goes.
All right. If there are any kids listening to this podcast right now, what words of wisdom or encouragement can you share to them?
Stay strong. Don't be mad. Don't be afraid. It's not very harmful to kids. And it can be, but you're at less high of a risk. And encourage your family members that are a little bit older to stay at home and wear masks. That's
Very good. Very good. I think that's awesome advice. Thank you. I cannot wait until I get to travel again. I cannot wait to get on a plane and go to my vacation spots. Like this September, I'm supposed to go to Bali. And then October, I'm supposed to go to Croatia. Do you know where Bali is? Bali is in the
Nope.
southeast of Asia.
Like ballet? Because I could do
No,
ballet
Bali
spin.
is...
Da-na-na-na.
No, Bali is spelled Bali. It's Southeast Asia, like way down there, like past Australia. It's about an 18-hour flight. Okay?
Okay.
And then in Croatia, that's in Europe. That's in the eastern bloc of Europe. And that's where a lot of the medieval towns have been that go back to the 1600s, 1500s. So I'm supposed to go there on a cruise in October. And but I've had all kinds of cancellations this year. I've had all kinds of travel. So one thing I cannot wait until the safer at home or shelter in place gets lifted is traveling. What is the one thing you cannot wait until this is lifted? What can you not wait to do?
Go to Iceland and go in a hot lagoon.
Go in the Blue Lagoon. So I did that.
In
I did
Iceland.
that 4 years ago, right?
No.
Yeah, I went to Iceland, Ireland. I swam in the Blue Lagoon. I swam in the Golden Lagoon. And it was freezing cold, but the minute you got into that water, it was like jacuzzi water. It was awesome.
Hot spring, yeah.
I know you and your mom and Corey were planning on going this summer, and the plans got canceled. So hopefully you guys can reschedule those plans.
Mm-hmm.
Besides going traveling, what else can you not wait to do?
What else?
Mm-hmm.
Eat. Definitely eat.
You're eating all the time, dude.
I know, but like all the fast food restaurants, I mean, they're open, but like
You
don't
get
this-
McDonald's sometimes.
Yes, but like go to restaurants,
I
like
know.
the steakhouse.
I understand. You want to go dine in. You want to eat in the restaurants. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. You want to get served. You
And
love sushi.
I also want to stop wearing masks because you can hardly see over them.
Me too.
You're like, you're literally like this, and you have to like, you can't even. It's so hard to even blink because you're like this, and you can't even blink. It hurts.
I know. The masks suck. Trust.
Stab
I
you
hate
in
them
the
too.
eyes.
All right, so time for some fun questions. I wanted to see what is the most wonderful thing that has ever happened to you in your short lifespan of 10 years, if you can remember. You can remember what is the funnest, the bestest, the most wonderfulest thing that's ever happened to you as far as you can remember.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I don't know. There's so many things.
Well, give me one.
There's so many things. There's so many things I don't even know one.
Give me one. Give me one
Okay,
example.
Okay. I earned a cent in YouTube.
That's the most wonderful thing you that's ever happened to you is earning a penny in YouTube.
That's one of them.
Good God Almighty!
I haven't even earned ads yet, though.
You haven't what?
I haven't even earned ads, but I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, you're gonna right. Who is your best friend and why?
I don't have one.
You don't have a best friend?
I mean, I have like two, I guess.
And who are they?
Brandon and Adrian.
Okay, so those are your best friends. Why are they your best friends?
I don't even know. They're my friends.
They're just your friends from school, and you like hanging out with them the most.
Yeah, I don't have friends, so they're like the only friends I have. So
You have friends.
Yeah.
You have friends, and then Madison is also your bestie, even though she's your cousin.
She's
your
my
bestie.
cousin.
Yes, but she's your bestie too. If you could choose a new name for yourself, what would it be and why?
Gavin.
Why?
Cause I just like the name.
You always like the name Gavin?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Is it from a book? Is it from a movie? Is it from a
Well, I
cartoon?
have a friend named
Video game?
I do have a friend named Gavin, and I kind of like his name. It's just cool.
That's cool. All right. I always like Shannon. I'm glad I was named Shannon. How would you change the world if you could? What would it be if it was all Mason's world?
Wish for infinite toilet paper.
Wish for what?
Infinite toilet paper, so
Infinite?
everybody can just stop arguing and fighting over toilet paper.
Okay.
Period. And add infinite sanitizer.
Okay.
expensive stuff way cheaper.
Yes.
For example, Gucci should not be $16,000. And I think that one Gucci purse should probably be 10,000 max.
Honey, there are Gucci purses, trust, that are $10,000 max plus. Not saying I bought one. I'm just saying I know that there's Gucci.
And Gucci shoes, for example.
Yes.
I don't even know. I don't even know how much they are. I'm not even gonna argue.
I know how much there are. I have a couple. Is that all you would change in the world? Is there anything else?
Same thing with Louis Vuitton.
You are way too influenced by me and your mother. Poor guy.
Make sure there's no homeless.
Thank you.
And that's to affect us too.
Yes.
Because then there's not people on the side asking for money.
Yes.
Make cookie ingredients and there should be thousands of cookie ingredients to make different types of cookies.
Give me an example.
Like there's a lemon cookie.
Uh-huh.
There's ingredients how to make that. There's sugar cookies. There's chocolate chip cookies. I want more recipes.
You want? Oh, there's probably thousands on them.
I want like a balloon cookie or whatever.
You want a balloon cookie?
No. I don't want one. But I'm just giving you an example of a different cookie that we can make, like a recipe. Like, for example, add eggs, dynamite, eggs, Takis, hot Cheetos.
Ew!
It'd be gross, but it's a type of recipe for a cookie.
Well, why don't you
make it?
Why don't you make one?
And then be like a hot cookie.
There you go. I'm stealing that idea, folks. You heard it here. And my last question is, if you could be a sound mason, what would it be?
Duck.
He immediately says duck. If you could be a sound, you want to be a duck sound? Like quack, quack?
Quack.
Quack. That's a chicken.
The same things.
Chicken is quack, 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 and then a duck is quack, quack.
Yeah, a duck. Ah!
Be careful.
I'm falling off.
He's sitting on the stool, you guys, and he's like on a pillow, and we're like have this makeshift. You could imagine what we're doing. It's a makeshift studio, and he's sitting on this studio right now. He's sitting on a stool. Is that right? You're doing right now?
Yep. Okay. I have a question for you.
You have a question for me? Uh-oh. The interviewee is asking the interviewer. Yes.
Okay. If you could have anything in the world, what would it be?
Is this pre-COVID or is this post-COVID?
Doesn't matter. Just the COVID was never a thing. If you could have anything in the entire world, what would it be? In fact, the C-O-R.
To see what?
The COVID-19 are out of the world.
Okay.
So you don't know it. You don't even know that C's a letter.
Okay.
You don't even know that any of those are a thing.
Okay.
Okay? It's all out. Go.
I would be able to buy this huge, gigantic house for my parents and have full-time nursing staff to take care of my parents and make sure that they're healthy and they're active and they're taken care of.
Okay, I have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh my goodness. Well, I've already traveled 38 countries. I want to travel. I've never been anywhere in the South America countries, so Argentina.
Okay, and part 2 of that is, what do you like about that?
Argentina, I want to see the culture, taste the food. I love a Malbec. Malbec comes as a wine, and you know I love my wine.
you
easy. Don't tell the audience about my wine drinking. And I want to see the like the falls, the waterfalls there, and just experience the lifestyle. So that's why I want to go to Argentina. And the men
Okay.
are supposed to be amazing.
I have another one.
What?
What content would you make if you were a YouTuber?
Well, I actually am a YouTuber, but Mom, all of my podcasts are on YouTube. But I would do more makeup tutorials. I would do more conversations like this in person,
Okay.
videotaped, our podcast videotaped, and more comedy content.
Comedy?
Mm-hmm.
What about ASMR?
And let's do an ASMR. Let's do it. Give the audience an example what ASMR is.
Okay. So, ASMR is where, like that, but then, like, for example, I have this Coke bottle, and, it's basically, I put you to sleep. Like, watch. Go to sleep. Now, go. Dun. And then you...
So maybe next time, Mason, we could do an ASMR together. Would that be fun? We could do it maybe with pizza, with chips, with Cheetos, with spaghetti, with soda, me with wine.
Yeah, totally.
We're going to wrap this up. So I want to say thank you so much, Mason, for being an amazing guest.
Welcome.
You've always been my Mason Cakes. I've called you Mason Cakes since day one, since you were born. And I don't care if I'm 90 and you're 70, you're still always going to be my Mason Cakes. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for being an amazing guest. Did you have fun?
Yep.
Well, thank you very much. And we're going to conclude. Broads, be safe and sound out there. Thank you so much for listening to us. And Mason, again, thank you for being on our show. We appreciate your time. And as always, thank you for listening to Abroad.
By the way, if you want to follow me at TikTok, it's at Macelet, no capitals, 398, no spaces. See you guys next time. Adios, amigos.